Some of the food waste that ends up here begins its life here, in the farm fields of central Saskatchewan. And just like in a landfill, methane can be found in these fields. The province's oil and gas industry produces the most greenhouse gas emissions of any industry in the province, but close behind is the province's agricultural sector. And when it comes to methane specifically, cattle production plays a big role in that. But here in this field near Clavet, one University of Saskatchewan researcher is hoping to curb those emissions with a unique project.
We have 3 or 4 different species in here compared to our control.
Bart Lardner is a professor in the College of Agriculture at the U of S. This is his laboratory, and these cows are his test subjects. That's because cows produce methane. It forms in the rumen. That's a compartment of the cow's stomach that breaks down plant products. The cow then burps out the methane through its mouth and nose. But Lardner and his team think they can reduce these emissions. In this approximately 56-hectare field, the team is growing different combinations of crops. The challenge? Find out which combination produces the least amount of methane in a cow's rumen, while also providing the animal with high-quality food. Since 2018, they've worked through the seasons to find the right mix. So far, legumes, specifically alfalfa, look to be the best bet.
We're still collecting multiple years of data, but there's certainly anywhere from 2 to 5% lower levels of emissions coming from some of those different systems. And so, as I said, we'll look at a 4 or 5 or 6 years data to come up and walk away and make some solid implications.
But how exactly do you measure methane emissions from a cow? Well, Lardner and his team have 2 solutions. The first is what he calls a green feeder. Powered by solar energy, this device dispenses pellets of alfalfa. As the cow eats, the gases it breathes and belches out are trapped by the device, stored on a cloud system, and can be assessed. The other option is a bit more intrusive.
Once this is plugged in, it'll start sucking up the gases as the animal breathes, and they'll end up in this yoke.
A sort of mask strapped around the neck and face of the livestock. It sucks up the gases they emit, and after 24 hours, it's put into vials and shipped off for analysis. Caitlin Nielsen, the team's research technician, is responsible for fitting the sometimes boisterous bovines with this device.
Day one, they get a little bit upset about it. The steers in particular will come running out of the chute and throwing their heads and kind of playing around. But by day 2, they just kind of settle in, and that's how it goes.
The study still has a ways to go, but Lardner hopes to expand his research into the real world and reduce more than just methane.
We can take that data and we can talk to producer groups, we can talk to stakeholders, and we can say, you know what? If you think about changing your program or your cropping rotation, that's not only going to reduce enteric emissions from your herd as a whole, but it's also going to capture a lot of carbon.
While agriculture is working on solutions, there appear to be many outstanding issues when it comes to methane emissions in the oil and gas industry. So how are those involved in making decisions actively working to tackle those issues? We'll find out in the final part of our feature. Ethan Williams, CBC News, near Clavet.